Hey, what's up? And welcome to another episode of Scientific Musings with Tope. Today I will be going through a video that's pretty much taking the internet by storm in the last week or so. It's a viral video by Dr. Stella Immanuel, a doctor in the US, in Texas I believe. And she has claimed that she has a cure for the COVID-19 pandemic. Now that's obviously a crazy claim to have, and this video has been doing the numbers. I know how a lot of people are listening to it and coming up with their own opinions and stuff, and so I just decided to react to this video and give it my scientific opinion. I will try to be as unbiased as possible, and yeah, well, without further ado, let's just go through this video. Well, first, I think we can just notice that she's obviously standing here with a whole bunch of other doctors in their white lab coats, behind her. And yeah, they all seem to be ready to announce something extremely important.
Past few months, I've taken care of over 350 patients. We've not lost one. Not a diabetic, not a somebody with high blood pressure, not somebody with asthma, not an old person. We've not lost one patient. And on top of that, I've put myself, my staff.
First of all, she says she's taken care of over 350 patients, including patients that are regarded as high risk, diabetic patients, patients with high blood pressure. And she said that she hasn't lost a single patient. Now, that is amazing. That's a positive, obviously, so well done to her.
I've put myself, my staff, and many doctors that I know on hydroxychloroquine for prevention, because by the very mechanism of action, it works early and as a prophylaxis. We see patients, 10 to 15 COVID patients.
Okay, there's something else she said. She's just said now that she and a lot of her staff are on hydroxychloroquine as a prophylactic treatment. Now, a prophylactic treatment pretty much means a treatment utilized for prevention. So almost like you have your PEP for HIV as well. She says she and her staff are on hydroxychloroquine as a preventative treatment or not a preventative measure against getting COVID-19. So yeah, interesting statement. Again, I'll give my opinion just now, but let's continue.
Every day. We give them breathing treatments. We only wear surgical masks. None of us has gotten sick. It works.
Okay, I'm interrupting this video a lot, but I'm hearing so many crazy things. So she says they don't use like PPE, they don't use personal protective equipment. They just wear masks and they take care of all these COVID-19 patients, and none of them have gotten COVID-19 because they are on hydroxychloroquine as a preventative treatment. That's quite an interesting thing to say. Personally, I feel like it's a little bit, strange because when you utilize something as a preventative treatment, you don't just stay on it, especially when it's a drug as powerful as hydroxychloroquine. You don't just stay on it for a long time because it becomes toxic when you take it for extended durations, So you can take it just before exposure, I would assume, and that's what would be more ideal. But because you can't know exactly when you're going to be exposed, then it becomes a bit, contradictory to take it. So as a preventative measure, I don't know, it's still up in the air, but personally it's not recommended to be on a potent drug for long durations of time. But anyway, she says none of her staff have gotten it, which is also a good thing. Let's get back to this video.
So right now, I came here to Washington, D.C. to say, America, nobody needs to die. I'm upset. Why I'm upset is that I see people that cannot breathe. I see parents walk in. I see diabetics.
Wait a minute, I've been having my eye on something for a while now in this video, and it just there's this lady at the back. There's this lady at the back, and she pretty much just like you can see she's looking at her as like a proud daughter or something like that. I don't know, daughter, mom, whatever it is, but she's looking at her and she's just like, yes, tell them. This lady right here, just watch her.
They sit in my office knowing that this is a death sentence and they can't breathe. And I them and I tell them it's going to...
Okay, that I have to fact check. It's not a death sentence. So many people have recovered from COVID-19. It's definitely not a death sentence. It's a dangerous disease. It is very, like, it has a lot of potential for death, and a lot of people die from it, but a lot of people also recover. So it's definitely not a death sentence. But let's go back.
Hug them and I tell them it's going to be okay, you're going to leave. And we treat them and they leave. None has died. So if some fake science, some person sponsored by all these fake pharma companies comes out and say, oh, we've done studies and they found out that it doesn't work, I can tell you categorically it's fake science. I want to know who is sponsoring that study. I want to know who is behind it. Because there is no way I can treat 350 patients and counting and nobody is dead and they all did better. Nobody needs to get sick. This virus has a cure.
Hold up.
Hold
up. So she's just said the virus has a cure, and it's called hydroxychloroquine, zinc, and Zithromax. Now, we know zinc is a supplement that you can get over the counter at many pharmacies, but now she says that hydroxychloroquine is a cure. Now, that becomes a bit contradictory because she just said earlier on that it's a prophylactic treatment, so you utilize it to prevent yourself from getting infected, but now she's calling it a cure. And you can't necessarily call something a cure unless you have a specified dose for it. So you need to have a published dosage for this molecule. So like, okay, cool. If you have this disease or infection, you're an adult between the ages of so and so, well, you have to take this amount of this drug for this amount of days, and once you've done that, you will be treated, you will be cured from this disease. So I don't know, to come and call something that doesn't have like a published dosage, a published mode of treatment a cure, I find that very, very unprofessional, to be honest. There's therapies, like a lot of things are therapeutic molecules. For instance, right here, there's something that a lot of people use to treat themselves during when they have the flu. It's called Medlemon. People use Corenza as well. Now these things pretty much treat the symptoms. They help you, and they help your immune system, or they equip your immune system with the tools to beat the disease. But they are not cures, they are therapies. They help you manage the disease. And so you would notice, like other scientists or other doctors will tell you, they managing a patient's symptoms, they're managing a patient. They're not saying that they're curing the patient. You don't necessarily cure COVID at this point. You manage the patient until they're able to recover from it. So her calling it a cure is very, that's very weird. I mean, there's many traditional remedies, many other things, eucalyptus oils, all of that stuff that people use when they, have flus and stuff. They're remedies, they're not cures. So I have to fact check that. Let's just go back a bit.
Zinc and Zithromax. I know people want to talk about mask. Hello? You don't need mask. There is a cure. I know they don't want to open schools. No, you don't need people to be locked down. There is prevention and there is a cure. If
Hold
they
up.
To me, they threaten me.
Wait. We have to slow down right there. She just said there's a cure. You don't need masks. Open schools, there's a prevention and there's a cure. My goodness, that is crazy. The main thing about science and medicine in general is you preach prevention is better than cures, right? So whatever the situation is, you first want to prioritize making sure you don't get the disease, then prioritizing getting the disease and then treating yourself from it. So now she's saying one of two things. She's saying either one, just go out there and get the disease and, well, we can cure you, which is stupid because, first of all, if everyone gets the disease, there's no way the health system will be able to handle that mass of patients who would be, flooding the health system, so you wouldn't be able to cure everyone. Second of all, cures are not foolproof. So even the same hydroxychloroquine that she's talking about, right, is also utilized in the treatment of malaria as well. And despite the fact that it is a known cure or treatment strategy for malaria, I'm just going to pull up some stats here. You can see that in 2018 there was over 400,000 deaths due to malaria. 2017, same, over 400,000. This is despite the fact that there is a cure for malaria and it's hydrochloroquine. So even though these people can be treated for malaria, they still end up dying. So you can't tell people, you know, just go out there and risk yourself just because there's a cure. Second, if you're telling people to just sit on hydrochloroquine and utilize it as a preventative treatment, we know how potent this drug is. So you suddenly have a situation where the person has to weigh the risks, right? Now you could either sit on hydrochloroquine in the hopes that it protects you from COVID-19, and in that process you damage your liver because it's having to clear this amount of toxic waste, you know, and then have you really gained much? You know, if you're going to sit taking in or pumping yourself with hydrochloroquine in hopes you don't get COVID, and then you end up damaging your liver, you haven't gained that much. Because I mean, whenever you talk about like therapies that you have to take in a chronic dose, that you have to take over a duration of time, you have to take into consideration the impact that they would have on your body themselves. So for instance, when you're treating cancer, you know that these chemotherapeutic drugs are hazardous to the body. And so you know that you are going to damage the body while you're treating this cancer. But you also know that the advantages of treating the cancer are more significant than the damage that's being done to your body. So the only way what she's saying would make sense is if it is better to damage your liver than to simply wear a mask and socially distance yourself to protect yourself from COVID-19. I mean, it's a no-brainer. You can simply wear a mask and socially distance yourself and not get it. So why would you pump yourself with something toxic? Now this is despite the fact that other studies have also mentioned that, you know, there are links between the utilization of hydrochloroquine for, you know, certain durations of time and the development of heart problems. So yeah, I don't know, man. What she's saying there really doesn't make any sense. But let's go right back into the video.
They come after me. They threaten me. They've threatened to. I mean, I've gotten all kinds of threats. Oh, they're gonna report me to the bots. I say, you know what? I don't care. I'm not gonna let Americans die. And if this is the mountain, if this is the hill where I get nailed on.
She's so proud. He is, well. That's crazy.
Nailed on, I will get nailed on it. I don't care. You can report me to the bots, you can kill me, you can do whatever, but I'm not gonna let Americans die. And today I'm here to say that America, there is a cure for COVID. All this foolishness does not need to happen. There is a.
I find it crazy, you know. I think it's crazy that they're trying to tell people to simply start pumping themselves with hydroxychloroquine. Like, are they trying to get rid of the drug? You know, like, why are you telling everyone to suddenly start taking it? It makes no sense. It really makes no sense. Like, could it be because... Oh, suddenly 2 + 2 starts to add together. I mean, yeah, listen, do not take hydroxychloroquine as a preventative treatment. You're doing a lot more harm to yourself than good. Also, I found a video earlier on that I think I should share with you, and that video is, I think it's right here. Here's the acclaimed Dr. Stella. Let's listen to it.
I'm Dr. Stella Immanuel, Rehoboth Medical Center.
Just gonna skip a little bit. I think it's somewhere around here.
Here in the front line, so you can stay home and be safe. Stay 6 feet away from people that are not part of your household.
So she's telling people to stay socially distanced.
Wash your hands all the time.
Hygiene.
Wear a mask.
Oh my God. She just said wear a mask. What happened between then and now? Was someone paid? Why would you suddenly change? Well, I mean, I understand people can change their minds, but like, it's so weird that all of a sudden there's this backtracking, you know? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's,
or a scarf, anything to cover your face. Don't touch your face. Don't be afraid, we're in this together.
You know, the most ironic thing about this video I just showed you now is the fact that everything she's saying right here would do a lot more for you in terms of protecting yourself from COVID-19 and damage you a lot less than you pumping yourself with hydroxychloroquine. So I really don't understand why she would suddenly have that change in mind. But anyway, the same lady has been shown to like speak about people getting diseases from demon sperm and some other really ridiculous things like that. So to be honest, it's starting to sound like a lot of propaganda. And my personal opinion is it's bullshit, and I wouldn't endorse it. So yeah, guys, this viral video, it's always going to go viral when things like this are said. There's a lot of actual resources there with people who aren't making fantabulous claims, and they never go viral. Let's be careful what we share. Let's be careful what information we take. Guys, you know scientists around you. Ask them, what is your opinion? What do you think about this? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there that's just ridiculous. I think the most important thing to do is, guys, listen, don't take any fantabulous information in. Rather, do the simple things. Wear a mask, it's not going to hurt you. Stay socially distanced, it's not going to hurt you. Practice hygiene, it's not going to hurt you. Do all of that stuff and you wouldn't need to pump yourself with hydroxychloroquine. You know? Yeah. Guys, I don't know, this video's made me very tired. But anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the reaction, and I'll catch you again next time.